What's up?
Oh, I'm just compiling all the top sports scores, news, and odds so I can make the very best bets.
Me too. BetOnline.ag.
Join today and receive your 50% welcome bonus at betonline.ag.
Did you see from Brad Stevens and the Celtics in the Indiana series that really, that's shown true for you as that's really the biggest key, is that they can make the necessary adjustments in the playoffs?
Well, I think you go back to on the road, in front of a hostile supposed environment. Where did Brad Stevens turn his eye? He turned his eye towards the Erotic City lineup, the three wings. It was Morris on game 4, but it was Jaylen Brown in game 3, and joined by Hayward and Tatum, Kyrie, and Horford. And those were the lineups that closed out games. That's what Celtics fans have been clamoring for almost 2 years now, is to see that team on the floor together and see what they can do.
And how much of it is just Hayward being better now, that it doesn't cause the dynamic that it caused at the start of the season, right?
Sure.
And I saw a really interesting dialogue between Keith Smith and Danger Cart talking about, and this was, I think, over a week and a half ago before the postseason started, but I thought of it just as we were talking about this. But, they were force feeding minutes to Hayward when he clearly wasn't ready, whether he wasn't physically ready, whether he wasn't emotionally ready, whether he wasn't in game shape, whatever that part of the debate was was really the meat of it for them. But how much of force feeding those minutes did have an impact, and this was Danger Cart's point, on just the chemistry of the club. And now that he's playing well, it's like it's totally fine, right? Because he's getting big time buckets. And so, winning cures all ills, and so does any type of success for a player.
Oh, it totally does. No, and I think that's why you stay with him. That's why Brad Stevens is Brad Stevens, and everyone who questioned him, and they are out there, and we all know it. Those folks need to shut their yap, because you need to be. This is why we do this. I remember last year, not last season, the start of last season, when you and I were talking about, what's going to happen, where this is all going to go. Tatum hadn't played a game and all this before the injuries and all. And, I was saying, geez, I'm unsure because I don't know what these young guys can do, and you're trying to put it all together. And of course, I was completely wrong about last year. But I was right in that this year, the young guys had a hard time fitting into the core with so many people. And so you had that on top of the fact you had Kyrie, remember, too, coming back from injury, Hayward coming back from injury, so much instability. Hayward needed safe spaces. He needed confidence. He needed someone throwing him out there.
Kyrie needed the ball too. And Kyrie had to have the ball in his hand. And
they all did.
And they tried to share the ball.